welcome to my first install on my new 2022 KLR 650. Mine is the Traveler Edition. I purchased this bike brand new, and today I'm going to be doing an install video of the Happy Trails Centerstand. Hopefully, I do have another GoPro down here that y'all may be able to see, that I'll cut back and forth to show you more what I'm doing. But this install, and sorry if some of my head's cut off or whatever, but try to keep this kind of low so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. Biggest part about this center stand is it comes fully assembled with the springs on it. Some of these center stands on some bikes, especially adventure bikes, a lot of them don't come with you know, you have to have brackets on and other stuff. The new gen KLR, I think the old gen mounts the same way, but the Happy Trails product, they're made in the USA, a little small company out of Idaho in the United States. I think I paid $3.35 or something like that, and like $10 or $15 to ship it, but it is no tax because the state of Idaho, apparently internet sales don't have to charge sales tax, whatever. Anyways, but I purchased this with my own money. This was not sent to me by any means. But the biggest thing about this is, like I said, it's fully assembled with springs on it. Some of these center stand springs can be a little difficult to put on, and some of the brackets on, like some of the Africa Twins and stuff like that, especially the like 20 and up, are a little difficult to install. You have to put on a bracket and slot a bolt in, and this is actually very easy. All you literally do is the two bolts that hold the rider foot pegs on. You pull those two bolts off. They do give you new longer bolts in the kit. And basically, other than that, that's it. And it is adjustable. You can adjust the height with it up or down. It looks like, to me, it has several different holes in it. I guess depending on how high or how low you want the rear wheel off the ground. Maybe, you know, you run the bike with saddlebags in it a lot, really heavy loads, so the bike's more rear heavy, so you have to raise it up higher. I don't know. Your results may vary. But like I said, the only other company that I know of that makes a center stand for the new gen KLR 650, the 2022 and up, is T-Rex Racing, and their kits are not fully assembled. So I went with this because I figured it'd be easier. And Happy Trails just seemed like a little small mom and pop business, and I like supporting local business a little more sometimes than your big, you know, huge facility places, because I feel like the little guy these days, they're struggling, so I bought it from them instead. So without further ado, we're going to get on to the install. Hopefully I'm not going to get too in the way of this camera, and I'll show y'all basically. But what you want to do is I did Dork on the Road, I did watch his video. It does come with some instructions, what to do, you know, place bolts out, blah blah blah. It's basically 3 steps. You pull those, like I said, you pull those out, you bolt one side on, you bolt the other side on, get one bolt started, get the other one started, go to the other side, do the same thing, and then tighten all down. And they do say to raise it all the way up on each side as you tighten it down, and we'll do that as well. But Dork on the Road, he did a really good job on his install on this several months ago. Mine probably won't be as good, but I thought it might help somebody, because there's not very many videos on the new gen KLR on especially center stand installs. I know some people off-road, they're real hardcore, like, I don't need a center stand because it hurts ground clearance, blah blah blah. But for me, you know, it would make chain maintenance a lot easier, you know, oil changes, fluid changes, stuff like that, and just make life easier. I'm a street rider, and every bike I've ever had, except for my very first one, had a center stand, so I'm used to having them. So it's a nice luxury for me to have. So without further ado, we'll get on to this. These bolts are I'm not sure of the stock length, but they are an 8mm. The bolts they give you are 8mm, about 40 millimeters long. So, and it does say, when tightened down, to torque to 18 foot-pounds. So these are probably really not going to be that super tight. And you'll just have to trust me on the close-up shot, guys, on the other side, on the passenger side, because I only have a 1-car garage, and literally my car's right behind me. I have JR 1300 is right behind this, so kind of a little bit limited on room on work on stuff. I could pull it right here where all this stuff is sitting, but then I have to rearrange everything. This works. You'll get the general idea. But it's, this is if I didn't have to do all this stuff to set up for the install. You know, as far as the camera and the lights and stuff, this would be a 10-minute install at the most, maybe 15 if you really took your time. But now I'm on the passenger side doing the same thing, just taking the bolts out, and I'm just going to get both sides out, go back to the foot shifter side, and get that started, and then come over to this side. But very straightforward. Like I said, you might want to keep your stock bolts just in case you ever want to take the center stand off for some reason. You know, maybe you sell the bike or you want to get another KLR or something like that. You don't want to, you know, give away all your upgrade and Farkle parts, as they say. But you literally, when you install this bend right here, it's going down, that's to clear the tire and all that stuff. But literally your spring side goes on the passenger side. This side with your foot part goes on the foot shifter side. Slide it under the bike like so. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to try to stay out of the way of the camera, but I'm literally doing this unedited, just literally, you know, just doing my own install. This may be a little bit long for some people. I do have some blue Loctite that they do suggest in the instructions, and I'm definitely going to put that on as I reinstall it. But hopefully this will go on pretty easy, and this will push your, it's kind of hard to do this with one person, but it's not too bad. You just get one side started and work the other side. But this would be a little bit easier with another person, you know, to hold the other side, because to line all this stuff up, as you can see, is a little bit tedious, but not awful. But the weight of the center stand is working against me here a little bit. And hopefully, as I'm telling you all that, yeah, I did. Okay. Didn't really pay much attention here. See, it's kind of a little bit of a bear, but not too bad. I think that bracket on the other side is getting away or something. Something weird's going on here. But it's pretty easy to do. I know I'm making it look difficult more than what it is, but you know, when you're a one-man show, this is what you got to deal with. Let's see here. Come on. What is going on here? Just this pivot part of this is getting in my way or something. And I literally left the ratchet like an idiot on the other side. That would help the bolt started a little bit. Whew. And trust me, this is not hard, like I said. It's a lot of stuff to line up. Not that big of a deal. Maybe take this off, spin this on by hand. I don't know what's going on here, but it is not cooperating very well. Oh, I see what the problem is. Duh. Use the stock hardware. Oops. Oh well. I go a lot easier now with longer bolts. I was like, what is going on? And literally, the new bolts are not the right size. The head of the bolt's a little bigger. Stand by. Luckily, the toolbox is right here. Grab a 13 and 14. Not sure which it's going to be. But 12 does not fit those new bolts, that's for sure. Let's see. Grab a 13. Yep. So, one tip I will tell you that you've seen right on camera is, and I'm going to pull these back out and Loctite them to get them both on. Get the other side on too. Is new bolts, 13mm socket, not a 12. I'm just going to leave that in there for like that and go to the other side. But you know, this is it's an easy install. It's not too bad. Just a little bit tedious getting everything lined up. But it is going to push your foot pegs out just a little bit farther. Just the thickness of the center stand is all. But that's not that big of a deal. I think, reach, yep. Underneath the bike here. Well, I got bolts, both of them out on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some Loctite on them. Not think that was gonna happen. Oh well. But I do still plan on doing crash bars and a skid plate on this bike. The one company that I think I'm going to go with is not T-Rex Racing. It's SRC or something like that. I think that'll be. Now, of course, since I got that bolt lined up, this one does not want to go. Oh. Probably the weight of that holding it down. The other side where that kind of flopped down some. Maybe. Just gonna run those down almost where they're hitting. And then go to the other side. Oh. Whew. A little harder than what I thought it was going to be at first. There's a little bit of Loctite, not very much. Come on. And this is what we're going to do what the other side did, of course. You know, got me there for a minute to change the direction from one side to the other. You know, you're facing one side, the ratchet's going the other way. Come on, go on there, you stupid thing. This is not cooperating very well. There's a lot of stuff in line up. That one is. But, you know, you got two holes to line up and a threaded part in the frame, and sometimes stuff just doesn't cooperate very well. a little bit, not very much. The lid back on that, get that out of the way for a spill it everywhere. And like I said in the directions, they say just to do that, push up on it, tighten it down. Gonna need about 4 hands to do this, but that's why you have feet, right? And you know, you could make this job a lot faster if you used a, you know, maybe a cordless ratchet or something, but it's 4 bolts. Come on, it's not that big of a deal. You know, if I was pulling multiple parts off, yeah, I would probably use something to at least take the bolts out, not put them back in their whiz. Now we'll go to the other side and snug those down. Then we'll come back when we're done. But like I said, really simple, easy install. If I hadn't not grabbed the longer bolts, it would have been twice as fast than what it already was. So, that guys, thanks for watching today's install. Hope this helps somebody. If you're not already done so, please like, share, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more KLR content. We'll see you on the next one, guys. See ya.